Hello guys and welcome back to JQ's review. So I'm here to review this game Resident Evil 3. And my god, how terrible of a game this is. I mean, I can't say it's like, how do I explain this? Like, the gameplay is alright, it's not bad. The graphics is freaking amazing. Amazing. But it's just, they really ruined this game. And for a $60 game, that's what bothers me more. That they demand high price for a game, and yet they give us so little. And I mean so little. Resident Evil 3 is really bad. And I'll tell you why. I'll go with the good, and then I'll go with the bad. The good thing, the visual of the game, amazing. The weapons you get in the game, awesome. Not bad. You get to play with two characters, Carlos and Jill. Alright, cool. Carlos gets a little bit more time to shine and to play around with, character, get to know him a little bit. But that's what I mean, a little bit. You don't really get to know him as a person, as a character. There's no really that much development. He's just there to pick up this, do this, say maybe one or two liners, and then that's it. His character is not really, we know anything about Carlos. We don't know his past. We don't know why he got picked to do this thing. Nothing. We don't know nothing at all. In the beginning of this game, you can be... I'm sorry. Again, I'm trying to go with positive, but there's really not that much positive things I can say about this game. Besides the visual being amazing. But I guess that's all I can say. The visuals, the weapons, and... sorry, I can't even say the characters are good because they're not really good at all. The monsters, okay, there you go. Another good thing. The monsters are cool. The way they designed it, well, besides Nemesis, his design is freaking crap. Just look at him. He looked like he's wrapped up with plastic bags and the metal heart piece chest that wasn't really there in the begin with. Or maybe it wasn't. I didn't see it, but it just looks like a black bubble gum stuck in his chest. His face animation with the twisted nose, it looks weird. He doesn't look like Nemesis. He looks like a liquor more than a Nemesis if you think about it. And I am gonna spoil a few things because to be honest, with this review I'm doing right now, I'm telling you right now, do not buy this game at full price. Do not buy this game at all. They think they can make it up by giving you 2 games for the price of 1. The online is a joke. It's glitchy as hell. And you're gonna get bored of it in like 30 minutes. It's the same repetitive thing, and the freaking not the AI, the mastermind who throws all the monsters and zombies that is way overpowered. And if you think at this time you can cooperate with people online, forget about it. Not that many people use their headphones to communicate, or not too many people look out for one another. So you're gonna lose in that game immediately. And plus, it's glitchy as hell. They have to patch that 100%. But going back to this damn game, the story is a joke. There's not really defined cutscenes. We don't get to know everyone at Raccoon City or see what happened at Raccoon City. It's basically Resident Evil 2. They just went right in, go in, get out. Same thing with here. They went right in, an apocalypse happened, not explaining how it spread so fast, not showing the famous cutscene in the original Resident Evil from the PlayStation 1, how the Raccoon City Police Department and the Umbrella Mercenaries are working together to stop, the zombies, but they get overrun by too many zombies. Maybe what they could have done to make it better, Capcom, they could have had the same scene again, but this time they defeated the zombies. Not every zombie in whole Raccoon City, but like that spot where they was fighting at, they defeated them, but then new enemies came in which they didn't expect, like the hunter, the spider. Oh, I take that back. The spider's not even in this game. They replaced the spider with that other creature that is not even the spider, some other creature from the PlayStation 1, but it was more better in that version than this version because he was just acting like a spider more than anything. How you call it? That would have been a crazy twist, or even the Nemesis popping out and beating the crap out of all the police officers to show how big of a monster he is, how he's a force to be reckoned with. But in this game, he's a joke. He's easy to. He is the most easiest monster to beat with the dodging mechanic, which is easy to master. Before it was difficult, but just a couple of gameplays. Again, I beat this game in 4 hours. I'm sorry, I beat this game in 3 hours, 48 minutes, and 15 seconds. That's how short of a game this is. If you ignore the cutscenes, it would have even been even shorter. But with that said, this monster is easy to beat. He's not barely in the game. He's only barely in. He's only in how you call this thing, and boss fights. That's basically where he's on. And except dealing with this type of monster and dealing with his mutation, which was better for me in the original, way better in the original. We're basically dealing with this creature that's easily avoidable at all time. And Nemesis in the PlayStation 1 era, he chased you everywhere you go. He had a bazooka shooting the crap out of you, beating you, grabbing you, tossing your ass everywhere. And then when he mutates to his second form, he has tentacles all over his body where he can reach you and literally body slam you 5 times and then toss you aside. Like, that seems more threatening than this thing. And when he mutates here, he doesn't mutate just like in the original. He mutates into a freaking dog. Like a licker. That's what I'm saying. His facial expression, his face animation, and when he mutates, is more of a licker than anything. That is not Nemesis. They completely butchered this character 100%. And that's one of the things what frustrated me about this game. Now the rest of them. Carlos, Jill, Nikolai, and all these other background characters. They still didn't shine. We don't know anything about them. None of them. Just because we played the original, okay, we should expect what to know about them. No. This is a remake of a game. So you should give us more background story. You should give us something, what happened in the city. Better cutscenes, man. Come on, Capcom. I thought you learned from your mistakes before, but it seems like you're doing it again. And to charge people $60 at a time like this, $60 in 2020? Shame on you, Capcom. Shame on you. Now, besides that, the characters, we don't know nothing about Joe, to be honest. We just know he's a star members, and that's it. And I just don't understand. Carlos, really, again, not really a good character at all. We don't know nothing about him. And these guys curse a lot. I mean, it was cute, but it's not. They just sound like teenagers cursing at you. They don't sound like adults cursing at you, or they don't act well with their cursing. It's kind of like, you remember Devil May Cry, what was it, 2009, when they remade him and they made Dante start cursing and doing all these other things. It felt out of place, just like these characters felt really out of place. It doesn't feel nothing like him. And Jill Valentine's here doesn't look like Jill Valentine. She looks a lot like Lara Croft from Tomb Raider. That's what she reminds me of a lot, especially with the explosion. She's falling from one place and doing this and that. All those scenes remind me everything of Tomb Raider. And her character here, she's kind of a prick. She's not a caring person. She just seems like, okay, whatever. Even at the ending of this game, when we already know what happens at the end of the first freaking PlayStation 1, it's gonna be the same ending. When Raccoon City's all exploded and destroyed, it's like, alright, see you later, RC. Like, she's basically giving a big middle finger to everybody in Raccoon City, the city she lived in, the city she protected in. She's a douche in this game. And to hear other reviewers praising this game, knowing that they complain about the same thing that I'm saying, and they still have the nerve to give this damn game a review of 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Did you even see the game? I'm a fanboy too. I'm not going to say I am. But when I see crap, I have to call it out. I have to. And also, shame on you, reviewers, for giving that score. I know maybe you might get a paycheck from Capcom or whatever, but if you're not true to your consumers, to your customers, then you're just basically one of them. And that's one thing I can't tolerate at all. I can afford this game, but for other people who work very hard to buy these type of games and then at the end get crap for it, no, man. It's not right, especially in 2020, where developers are making better games. Just right now, they delayed the game The Last of Us 2 because they don't want to mess up. They want to make sure they give us something good just like they did in the first Last of Us game. With better acting, good weapons, creativity. That game I'm going to remember more than this thing. This is easily avoidable. Should you buy this game right now at full price? Absolutely not. Wait for a big discount price. This game is worth at least $30. $30. It is not worth $60 at all. Even with the extra online separate game that they have is a joke. That game is glitchy as hell. It's not memorable. That freaking enemy is way overpowered. So there's no point. I beat this game. The only thing you get in this game, and I'll show you right now. This is it. You get story mode, bonus mode, option mode. That's it. Those are the 3 things you get here. You know how you freaking could have maybe made the game better? Capcom. And I'm going to give you an idea for hopefully next time you could use your goddamn brain. If you have Carlos and Jill in this game, you could have made this an online experience. You could have had made both of them work together and walk around the city of Raccoon City working together trying to save the civilians. Yeah, maybe they might die at the end, but at least you try saving civilians. You try to, make sure you remember maybe their story, their background, what they went through. Those survivors that was in the train they don't have a dialogue. They don't have any memorable character. They have nothing. But going back to the online, if you wanted to do that, you would have had both of them work together. You would have had Joe and Carlos working together. And if you guys work well together by sharing ammo, watching each other's back, you get a good ending. Which you guys work together to take down Umbrella and maybe form a relationship. Would have been a good ending because you guys are working together if you want to play single mode or co-op mode. That would have been something good, but you didn't do that. Second, if you don't work together as a team but still beat the game, you guys can have a bad ending, which you guys go your separate ways and you guys go, do whatever they have to do. Another thing they could have done good in this game is those notepads, those documentaries or books that they leave around there. We can have except you reading it. We could have had the book reading itself and then showing a flashback what happened to that individual, why they died, why they didn't make it out, what happened to them. Dario Rosa and all those other characters that were, they had a better background story in the manga, in the comic books. They had a better story in understanding why he lost his family and everything. And you can't do that in here? Come on, man. Use your brain for God's sake. Another thing that I didn't like here. You're a rated M game. Act like a rated M game. It's good you get to see how you get maybe somewhat devoured or whatever, but that's it. Back then in Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation 1, it shows you how you used to get, devoured or eaten or stomped on. Resident Evil 4, one of the most good games that people still play after this day in every single console or platform. That has blood, gore. You see Leon's head getting ripped off. You see him getting ripped in half. You see him getting basically murdered. But you can't do it in this game, where the visual is freaking amazing, where you can get away with stuff like that. You could have made the zombies destroy you like they do in The Walking Dead, ripping you apart, eating you and shit like that. You could have done so much in this game, but you have them just piercing you, twisting your neck, or you go on fire. And if Nemesis have you in a rocket launcher and shoots you, you're not gonna get hit and just fall on the floor and that's it. No, you explode. You're supposed to be realistic, live version of this thing. If I grab a rock, if anyone grabs a rocket launcher and freaking shoots somebody right now, they're not gonna go flying. Their whole body's gonna burst. And you couldn't do this in this game. The monsters, you can't rip you in half, can't do any of this. So why are you calling this realistic at all, when in reality it's not? I really don't understand, Capcom. What are you thinking? What are you planning on doing with your games nowadays? We thought you learned your lesson and you won't do this again. But then again, with Street Fighter V is the same thing. You continue on, here, purchase our characters. I was already in the game already. Guy was already in the game and you have to rebuy him again to do the same special to make him look prettier with different skin. Come on, get out of here with that crap. Don't give me that bull. And each of those characters have what, one special, except giving two special like you did in Street Fighter 4. Damn, Capcom, you're really becoming lazy. You have fans buying your game because they remember the good times. I'll give you another example. This game. I bought this game. I like this game. This has 6 games for the price of $30. 6 game. Bursting with a lot of contact in this game. Replay value for good reason in this game. For $30. And yet on 2020 you unleash this crap and give us $60 for this? No. Screw you. Another thing. They still have the nerve with these zombies or any of the creatures. If you shoot them in the head's supposed to explode with any weapon. A handgun, a shotgun, a machine gun. How many times does it take to shoot these goddamn things for their head to explode? It should explode automatically. I'm not saying make the game easy, but if you shoot them once, 2, or 3, I'll give it maybe 5 bullets. 5 bullets you shoot in the head, they should explode by then. Because in real life, if you shoot a gun in someone's head, it's not going to be staying in one place. No, it's going to burst. It's going to be everywhere. But you still are doing this type of bullcrap. For me, I am not giving this game an 8 out of 10. I am not even giving it a 7 out of 10. I'm not even giving this game a freaking 6 out of 10. At all. I am not. My review for this crap is a 5 or even a 4. Between those two, 5 or 4 out of 10. And I'm really ashamed that all the other reviewers are giving this game a high rating when it's not a high rating at all. Just look at the menu, for God's sake. And the only thing, the reason why the replay value, because you have a shop. They took away mercenary mode, saying that they want to focus on the story. They want to go in depth with it. Why? Why take out mercenary? That's what made this game better. To unlock all these freaking things that you're doing now was for mercenaries. The only reason why this is a replay, if they didn't have this, people would not replay the game again to unlock all these other things that are here. But for that, you have mercenary that you can unlock an infinite machine gun, an infinite Gatling gun, an infinite rocket launcher. And if you buy the big suitcase, you unlock all your weapons infinite. All the weapons you have in your chest infinite. But that's what I'm saying. PlayStation 1 Resident Evil Nemesis was way better than this crap. Yes, it's short now because you know the patterns, you know how to solve the puzzles. Oh, I take that back. There's barely any puzzles in this game neither. So it's more puzzles than the original than this one. To be honest, I don't like puzzles. I really don't. But it took a little bit of time and using your brain to solve those puzzles. Here, there's barely any puzzles at all. This is it. This is all you get. You don't get any extra contact. You don't get any extra cutscenes. You get what? Oh, art. Yes, let me look at these goddamn picture one time. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, I don't give a fuck. Those things are not going to do anything for me. It's not going to tell me the story of Raccoon City. It's just pretty pictures drawn. I don't care a damn about that. And what this? Models? Models of what? Of the character, how they look like? You spin them around? This don't mean shit to me. This doesn't tell me who they are, what they do, or anything. Even this goddamn character is a freaking joke. We don't know nothing about Brad. We still don't know anything about him. Again, in the manga or in the comic books, he's better. They explain who he is, why he's tired of working for the RPD, how much they treated him like shit. But here he has no background story and he died like a bitch from a zombie. Oh, but here's something else. This is what makes it even fucking funnier. We get to see what happens to the people or the cameos that we had with Marv and freaking, how you call it, Robert Kendall. They only appear in the game for 30 seconds, 20 seconds as a cameo. Just to say hi and bye. And Marv got bitten for a stupid reason because Brad as a zombie spoke and said the word sorry. And that's why he got bit in the ribs. They just make each of these characters look more stupider now. I will understand maybe Brad got bit because he got attacked by a horde of zombies, but yeah, he managed to escape by beating them up and just running into... It would have made more sense than actually having this freaking dumbass bite him. It should make those characters look more stupider than what they are right now. It really is. You know what would have been better, would have been intense, if some of the monsters that were supposed to be in this game was here. There's no spider. There's no big worm. Some of the scenes, some of the areas where you're supposed to play the clock tower, you're no longer allowed there. It's just a boss battle. You just see it and that's it, but you're not allowed there. The Grave Digger, oh, there you go, that fucking worm. The Grave Digger is not in the game. No crows. No, none of that. The Licker made an appearance in this game, but is only in college scenario. Easily avoidable and defeated. So I'm like, why does the difficulty of Resident Evil 2 is more, even on easy mode, it's still hard to play it compared to this one. The aiming is still a joke in this thing. Even if you upgrade, the aiming is still crap. I can't believe they can't even work on the aiming. Just use the aiming from Resident Evil 4 with the laser pointer or something to make sure you can get a headshot or whatever. And still, after 2020, back then in PlayStation 1, if a zombie bites you on the ankle and you knock him out and you step on his head, it explodes. And here in 2020, they still can't do that? They can still step on a zombie head for it on purpose. They could get up and attack you again. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. To be honest, like I said, this game is just bad. It's terrible. And this should not even be for $60. This game has to be $30 or less. If you guys are hearing me right now for this review, don't buy this game. Don't buy it. Wait till the price reduce. Even though I should tell you not buy this game at all until they fix all the errors in this game. And if you do unleash mercenary mode, that shit better be for free. You better not even dare charge us a penny for that. Because that game should have been here since you didn't even focus on the story that you said you was focusing on. At all. But other than that, guys, that's all I have to say. Don't buy this game. Don't support a company that doesn't give two shits about you. Don't support it. I only support companies that give out good games. I can buy the Power Ranger Power Grid for $20 and I have more fun with that and more contact with that than this goddamn game. $20. That freaking Terminator Resistance game, that was terrible. That was like, what, $40, $50? I got it on sale for like, what, $13. And I purchased it. And guess what? I have fun with that game than this game. Even though the graphics were terrible, the story was laughable. But I remember at least the story a little bit more in that than this freaking game. But that's it. I have nothing else. Please don't buy this game. until Capcom decides to fix this and make it worth $60. Because this game has no other endings. There's only one ending, that's it. There's no pick your choice like they used to do in the original. They took that out for no fucking reason. The Nemesis is a joke. There's really nothing value in this game except the visual. The visual is perfect. The visual is screaming, hey, make me a better game. Make me a better game. Don't just make me pretty and then everything else is crap. Because people will walk away from this. They will walk away from this. Just like I'm walking away from this. Obviously, I'm going to make a gameplay out of this, for I can show you how bad and how dumb this game really is. And people are still praising and giving it high ratings. Again, shame on you, Capcom, and shame on the other reviewers for even giving this game an 8 out of 10. Or 9 out of 10. This should be a $30 game. No more than that. Alrighty guys, if you enjoyed this, please comment and subscribe to JQ's World. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, have a good night, and I'll see you soon.